Welcome back to Brainwaves. In today's episode, we'll be delving into the dark and scary history of London. With its centuries-old streets and storied past, this great city holds many secrets and tales of horror. From devastating fires to infamous serial killers, London has witnessed some chilling events that continue to send shivers down our spines. So, join us as we uncover the dark underbelly of this fascinating city. Let's dive into the causes and start of the Great Fire of London, a catastrophic event that struck the city in 1666. It all began on September 2nd in a small bakery on Pudding Lane. The fire ignited when a spark from the bakery's oven set fire to some nearby straw and quickly spread. London was particularly susceptible to fires due to its tightly packed wooden buildings and narrow streets, which provided the perfect conditions for flames to rapidly engulf the city. As the fire grew, strong winds fanned the flames and made it almost impossible to contain. As the Great Fire of London continued its relentless march, the flames quickly engulfed buildings in its path, spreading from house to house with alarming speed. Despite the desperate efforts of firefighters and citizens, the fire could not be controlled. Within a matter of hours, the inferno had already consumed a large portion of the city. The intense heat and powerful gusts of wind fueled the fire, causing it to leap from one structure to another, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The iconic St. Paul's Cathedral was not spared, succumbing to the flames and turning into a haunting symbol of the city's devastation. The aftermath of the Great Fire of London was utterly devastating. The fire continued to rage for 3 long days before finally being extinguished. By the time it was over, an estimated 13,200 houses, 87 churches, and numerous public buildings were reduced to ashes. Over 70,000 people were left homeless, seeking shelter wherever they could find it. The impact of the fire was far-reaching, leading to significant changes in the way London was rebuilt. New building regulations were implemented, requiring brick or stone construction instead of wood. The Great Fire of London served as a stark reminder of the city's vulnerabilities and the importance of taking precautions against future disasters. In the late 19th century, London became a place of terror as a notorious serial killer, known as Jack the Ripper, stalked the streets. This unidentified murderer struck fear into the hearts of the city's inhabitants. Operating in the poverty-stricken Whitechapel district, Jack the Ripper targeted vulnerable women, brutally murdering and mutilating at least 5 victims. The gruesome nature of the killings and the mysterious persona of the killer ignited a wave of panic and fascination that continues to captivate the public's imagination to this day. During his reign of terror, Jack the Ripper committed a series of horrifying murders that sent shockwaves through Victorian London. His victims, mostly prostitutes, suffered brutal deaths marked by throat slashing and gruesome mutilations. The level of violence and savagery displayed in these killings was unprecedented, leading to widespread panic and a heightened sense of insecurity among the city's residents. Despite numerous theories and investigations, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history. The mystery surrounding Jack the Ripper has long fascinated criminologists, historians, and armchair detectives alike. Despite extensive investigations and countless theories, the true identity of this infamous killer remains shrouded in darkness. The legacy of Jack the Ripper continues to capture the public's imagination, inspiring numerous books, films, and even walking tours in London's Whitechapel. The chilling tale of Jack the Ripper serves as a grim reminder of the darker side of Victorian London and the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries. The bubonic plague, often referred to as the Black Death, ravaged London during the 14th and 17th centuries, causing untold suffering and death. The origins of the plague can be traced back to Asia, where it was carried by fleas on rats. Through trade and travel, the infected rats reached the shores of London, leading to the rapid spread of the disease. The crowded and unsanitary conditions of the city provided the perfect breeding ground for the plague, allowing it to claim the lives of large portions of the population. The devastating outbreaks of the bubonic plague in London caused unparalleled devastation and panic throughout the city. As the disease spread rapidly, people began to experience the horrifying symptoms, including high fever, swollen glands, and painful black boils. The death toll rose drastically, with bodies being piled in mass graves and burial pits. The fear of contagion led to the isolation of infected individuals and the abandonment of the sick by their own families. The plague created an atmosphere of despair and desperation, as Londoners faced the grim reality of the relentless disease. The bubonic plague left a lasting impact on London, both in terms of its immediate consequences and its long-term legacy. The devastating loss of life and the trauma inflicted by the plague created a sense of collective grief and fear that lingered in the city for generations. The economic and social fabric of London was deeply disrupted, with businesses closing down, trade declining, and social bonds breaking. The plague also spurred advancements in public health, leading to improvements in sanitation and the establishment of quarantine measures. The memory of the plague serves as a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit. Welcome to the dark and foreboding world of the Tower of London. This historic fortress, located on the banks of the River Thames, has earned a notorious reputation for its tales of torture, imprisonment, and execution. The tower dates back to the 11th century and has served as a royal palace, prison, and treasury throughout its long history. It is a place where countless individuals have experienced unimaginable suffering and where the walls seem to whisper haunting secrets of the past. Join us as we delve into the eerie and chilling stories that surround the Tower of London. Within the walls of the Tower of London, unimaginable horrors unfolded. It was a place where torture, imprisonment, and executions were carried out, leaving behind a trail of pain and suffering. The tower's dungeons housed prisoners who faced interrogation, often subjected to cruel and inhumane methods to extract information or obtain confessions. Instruments of torture such as the rack and the thumbscrew were employed, inflicting excruciating pain on those unfortunate enough to be confined within the tower's sinister walls. Executions were also a common occurrence, with the tower's courtyard witnessing the beheading of many individuals, their heads displayed on spikes as a warning to others. The Tower of London has held many infamous prisoners throughout its history, leaving behind a legacy of dark tales and tragic fates. One of the most well-known prisoners was Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. Accused of adultery and treason, she met her end on the executioner's block within the tower's confines. Guy Fawkes, a key figure in the failed gunpowder plot, was also held captive here before facing execution. These stories, along with numerous others, have become woven into the fabric of the tower's dark reputation. Countless tales of despair, betrayal, and tragedy surround this formidable fortress, adding to its chilling allure. Welcome to the haunted streets of London, a city known for its rich history of tragedies and ghostly encounters. From ancient castles to modern museums, this city is steeped in eerie tales and restless spirits. London's haunted reputation can be traced back to its long and tumultuous past, with stories of tragedies, executions, and unresolved mysteries haunting its every corner. Join us as we delve into the chilling world of London's ghost stories, uncovering paranormal encounters and the spine-tingling legends that have made this city a hotbed of supernatural activity. London is home to numerous haunted locations, where spirits are said to wander the halls and corridors. The British Museum, known for its vast collection of historical artifacts, is rumored to be haunted by the ghost of a mummified priestess, her restless spirit trapped within the exhibit. Hampton Court Palace, once the residence of King Henry VIII, has its own share of ghostly tales, with sightings of the Grey Lady, believed to be the spirit of Queen Jane Seymour. The Tower of London, with its dark and tragic history, is notorious for its paranormal activity, including encounters with the ghostly figures of past prisoners. These haunted locations hold secrets and stories that continue to intrigue and frighten visitors to this day. London is teeming with famous ghosts and eerie encounters that have captured the imagination of locals and visitors alike. In the Tower of London, the spectre of Anne Boleyn, with her headless apparition, has been seen wandering the grounds, forever reliving her tragic fate. The Theatre Royal Drury Lane boasts the ghost of a former actor, known as the Man in Grey, who is said to bring good luck to those who spot him before a performance. The pub The 10 Bells is linked to the notorious Jack the Ripper murders, and guests have reported eerie encounters and strange occurrences within its walls. These famous ghosts and their eerie encounters have become an integral part of London's supernatural folklore, adding to the city's mystique and the fascination with its haunted past. And there you have it, the dark and scary history of London. From the Great Fire that engulfed the city, leaving destruction and devastation in its wake, to the infamous Reign of Terror brought upon by Jack the Ripper, London has endured its fair share of horror. The plague outbreaks that swept through the streets, claiming countless lives, and the haunted tales of the Tower of London serve as a chilling reminder of the city's eerie past. But amidst the darkness, London has also shown resilience and strength, rising from the ashes and transforming into the vibrant and bustling metropolis we know today. So, as you wander through the historic streets of this magnificent city, remember the haunting stories that lie beneath the surface, and perhaps you'll catch a glimpse of the ghosts that still linger. Thank you for joining us on this spine-tingling journey of the dark and scary history of London.